I'd heard somebody had managed to buy Pol Pot's car. Everyone keeps talking about bloodstains on the back seats, but I think it had been transporting watermelons for about the last 5 years or so. Clearly the price tag of $5,500 was too much. So we agreed on a figure just over $2,000. So at least my wife thinks it was just over $2,000.
I never agreed with him to buy that car. My father, he said he saw that car when in the Khmer Rouge control in Cambodia. He saw that car like driving around with the Pol Pot.
Something to take out on a Sunday afternoon down to the coast. I doubt my wife will ever go in it, and the thought that Pol Pot's ever actually been in there wouldn't appeal to her too much. I doubt that the old monster ever actually drove it, but it's a wonderful old car with a very infamous history.
In 1975, the Cambodian leader Pol Pot launched a program of genocide. Khmer Rouge troops herded the entire population out of the capital, Phnom Penh. Up to 3 million Cambodians were tortured or killed. In 1992, the United Nations brokered a fragile peace. Although the Khmer Rouge still held parts of the country, backpackers and businessmen started to return to Phnom Penh. Paul Freer arrived as a tourist with a hangover.
I had no idea even where it was. Some vague recollections from some Blue Peter donkeys years ago, something to do with Pol Pot, and that was about it. I remember one of my first words to my friend was, what a god-awful place. Who on earth would ever want to come and live in Cambodia? And here I am, 6.5 years later. Yep, let's go downstairs.
In England, Paul was a banker living in a bedsit. In Cambodia, he's a financial consultant living in a mansion.
Cost of living is very, very, very cheap. It's probably under £500 a month for living in quite some opulence. Through here we have a nanny's room, which is a bedroom. We have a laundry room, guest bedroom down there. And this is where we probably spend the majority of our time, which is, of course, the usual goggle box and music. All the furniture we had to have made here because there's there are no furniture shops anywhere. All of the houses have these iron grates as well. This is a security feature that every single house that I know of comes with. We employ 2 guards. They work round the clock. We'll always hit the horn twice, and then the guards will know to open it, because there have been a few instances of carjacking, and usually quite close. Once your car's stopped, in they come through the, with a gun through the window. Otherwise, just the usual razor wire, barbed wire. But I say things are very quiet. It's looking good at the moment, Cambodia-wise.
Cambodia's hopes of a tourist boom center on the temples of Angkor. For almost 20 years, the threat of the Khmer Rouge kept tourists away from the vast complex of monuments surrounding the town of Siem Reap. Today, the most famous temple, Angkor Wat, attracts 500,000 visitors each year. Few take time to visit Cambodia's more obscure attractions. Cambodia's only coastal resort, Sihanoukville, used to have a tourist industry. This was its finest hotel, until the Khmer Rouge checked in. Today, money is flowing back into the resort. The new wave of tourists are mostly backpackers, many of them British. Paul Free has been advised that Pol Pot's car could fetch $60,000 on the open market, and as much as $450,000 if the original engine can be found.
It's good to see some people actually working on the car now. Telling me about another 20 days, but it is Cambodia, you never know. But you're also going to want some music in the car. The car must be restored completely. We want it to look like new, but keeping a lot of the old parts of the car.
And the part that they brought it, they bring it in, they will bring the original from the Mercedes.
Yeah, only from Mercedes. Mechanically, it doesn't drive very well. A lot of the upholstery needs just to be cleaned, tidied up. It's a bit of a mess. Okay, now we'd agreed a fixed fee of 2,400. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. But don't tell Lena, whatever you do.
So did you say there are still mines about, Rodney, or not?
The travel advice is in the mine area is stay in the park.
Yeah.
One mine can ruin your whole day.
In 1994, 3 backpackers were taken from a train by the Khmer Rouge and killed.
There was one moment it was really a bit dodgy, I thought. The train stopped and there was a bit of commotion outside, and this bloke got on, mirrored shades on, a gun, and everyone turned around and stared at him. I just pretended to be asleep because he was just staring at us and staring at us. And he stood right next to us and put his gun up and just stood there. Oh, it was just like, oh God. But then he just asked a few questions and he left.